Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. The latest XenoThreat PTU patches are causing some issues. We've had a 3.12.1 F open PTU patch, and that's had some issues with its initial deployment causing lots of 30Ks and generally, well, being inaccessible. So Cloud Imperium had to roll that back and they put out a statement. We are spawning up a backup build, and this will take a few moments to get everything in place to replace this one, and now it's all up and running. However, this appears to be a stripped down version of the original patch. This patch still needs some work for sure before they get the XenoThreat 3.12.1 patch live. There are still 9 known issues that Cloud Imperium are still trying to fix from the previous patch on the PTU as well. So I've been looking through some of the comments, trying to sort of see what people think of the build. It appears that some griefy boys are still knocking ships around in the wreck field. So basically they've expanded the area of the comm array to cover the wreck field next to Jericho as well for the XenoThreat event, to help prevent more random criminal activity and PvPing there, and people to avoid criminal ratings and to cause the most damage, sort of pushing cargo ships away, pushing the Starfarer wrecks away, though I also suspect that happens sometimes by accident. I've certainly nudged a ship or knocked the Starfarer wreck around. People are trying to collect cargo and gone, oh no, what have I done? So not always griefing, not always people just trying to annoy. What I am really looking for in the live build is no desync. So in the E build, I was often desyncing from my ship, and we've noticed it in the F build as well. This would have your ship sometimes presenting as non-operational, but it might actually be flying around, but not where it appears to be, and other players see it in a different place, and this causes loads of issues. And we even had Zin seeing my ship at Jericho, her getting inside it, and basically teleporting to my ship, which was actually at the wreck site. It was weird. We have been getting 30Ks at sort of like a mixed amount. It seems to have settled down now a bit though, but for this sort of event and this live build, they need to have 30Ks at least as minimal as possible. You do not want your gameplay to be disrupted while doing a large scale event and then going, I've spent 2 hours, 3 hours doing this. Come on. There are a few other things too. The occasional friendly fire at the event, and typically when you're on board a Starfarer and someone shoots you once or whatever, that needs to be friendly fire in general in that sort of area, in my opinion, needs to be auto-forgiven unless you want to auto-prosecute. That's the way I would do it. I think at the moment it automatically prosecutes, it is not automatically forgiven if you're not in a party together. But when you're doing that sort of event together, I know they're trying to prevent people exploiting like PvP mechanics so that they can attack without getting criminal ratings and stuff. I know that, but I don't want people that are accidentally shoot someone or bump someone's ship or whatever to be given a criminal rating. That's pretty annoying if you're have been ferrying cargo or helping out for like 2 hours again or something like that, or an hour, and then you suddenly get criminal rating and you've got to go and deal with it. However, that might be a bit more of a complex issue that I haven't really thought about enough yet, because as I said, I don't want people to just be able to go, haha, I'm not going to get a criminal rating if I just do this, which can really annoy people. I am really interested to see what Cloud Imperium will do to address PvP in that wreck site, though the expansion of the comm array to cover it really helps, and I sort of do want to see PvP in the game. I just want gameplay systems to be in place so that if something is supposed to be more PvE orientated or more safe for PvE gameplay, that's covered in some way. That's sort of like, well, we'll ferry these PvPers into this area or prevent them from getting in here by allowing them to do this. And I want to see a PvP portion of this mission. I don't want to leave those PvP players out. I don't want to leave pirates and criminals out. I want them to be able to help XenoThreat. Maybe they help refuel XenoThreat. Maybe they attack with the XenoThreat fleet. Maybe they are more focused, though, towards the Javelin and Jericho rather than that wreck site. And that's probably what I would like to see the most. I want them to be moved away from trying to attack the wreck site and try and attack Jericho, try and attack something else that gives them access to PvP, gives them access to gameplay with this new event, but isn't actively going against people that are trying to ferry cargo and that are incredibly vulnerable and potentially don't want to participate at all in PvP gameplay. And I don't think the PvPers typically want that either. They don't want to just turn up in an area, go lol, 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 and then just ride off, and they don't get any benefit from that other than going, well, I blew up a load of cargo ships that were trying to do a cargo event. I didn't get anything from it other than I've just ruined a load of people's day by, well, I can easily prevent them from doing that because I just turn up and I shoot some of the ships with explosive cargo and boom, or I just nudge them around and they go, now you can't do that. But what did you get from that? You got nothing from that, and you're just trying to be disruptive rather than actually engage in proper PvP. That said, there is something to be said for, well, we want people to be able to be doing escorts, and we want those PvP players to actually add to the flavour of the game. That is 100% true. And as I said, just getting some gameplay systems in place that help with that, so that the gameplay is more funneled and more sort of like fair and balanced and not so just sort of disruptive. I think that's what I want. I just want some interesting gameplay and not just lol, 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 blow you up. If the responses get good, then I think you're sort of missing the point there. But feel free to disagree with me at either end of the spectrum, whether you're super anti PvP and just want PvE, or separated servers for PvP and PvE servers, whatever, or if you're super pro PvP and you want PvP in the game and you think it's super essential at all parts and every level, we need sort of free-form PvP. You're more than welcome to share your opinion, as long as you're civil, it's all good. Let's dig into these patch notes for 3.12.1F though, the redeployed version. They've increased the inventory and refresh rate of all shop items to reduce the frequency that items run out of stock. That is incredibly important, obviously, because there were issues with items in shops just going, nope, we won't buy them and we won't sell them. They've increased the availability of prison repair missions, so you can get out of prison more easily. They've made further optimizations to help with AI flight movement when server frame rate is erratic, so AI won't be as dumb when the server is sort of like under pressure or degraded. There are further XenoThreat mission changes as well to avoid the mission and community payouts being given to players with a crime stat. They will no longer be able to accept the mission, and should a player gain a crime stat during the mission, they will lose access to the mission until their crime stat is removed. They've reduced the value of XenoThreat supply goods with the update to the mission payout logic, increased the amount and type of XenoThreat support ships players need to destroy before the Idris retreats, the XenoThreat Idris in that situation. They slowed down XenoThreat Idris retreat quantum travel events to avoid it looking like it despawns instead of retreating, so you will actually now see it dash off rather than just disappear. Turrets at rest stops now respawn correctly after being destroyed. They fixed an issue with extreme frame rate drops when videos being played in phase 1 of XenoThreat when you turn up at Jericho, or when you just get messages from Dooley. They fixed an issue causing the XenoThreat Idris marker to not go away when the ship retreats in phase 2, and they fixed an issue causing enemy AI to not engage players during the repel the XenoThreat stage of the mission. They fixed an issue causing the Javelin at Jericho to not regen its shields as intended, which was causing it to be actually quite vulnerable to especially player fire. The CRUL5 quantum travel point should no longer be obstructed from most planets and moons. The Eclipse torpedo animation should now correctly play when firing, and they fixed 2 client and 1 server crash, as well as a main thread deadlock. So as I said earlier, the first version of that patch was causing issues, and this is basically a stripped down version of it, so expect another new build or 2, potentially later today, but we'll see a few builds over this week, almost certainly, and players are very keen to get XenoThreat missions in the game and to get a live build. But we need to playtest this. As a community, we need to get as many people playtesting this as possible and reporting on the issue council, in my opinion. Obviously, if you don't want spoilers, if you want to just experience it live, if you're not in the mood for playtesting, that's fine as well. They really need to address the problems that still persist, like problems with prisons and desync and the mobiGlass breaking and general stability, because for this event, we need a minimum, in my opinion, of 3 hours of stability. I want to be able to jump into that event and know that I'm going to have sort of a minimum of 3 hours to be able to do the event and have fun and have uninterrupted gameplay. Now, that might not be possible. Hopefully it is. But the more stability, the better, is what I'm trying to say there. So there is a little way to go, in my opinion. I would expect a live build at the end of next week, if all goes well. though that's just my gut feeling, and stuff might not go as well, might go better. But I would suspect they want to playtest a few bits and bobs and get the balance there done. But what do you think, though? Have you been playing 3.12.1 OpenPTU? Have you played this F build or the E build before it? When do you think we'll have a live build? Are you still having problems with PvPers and people griffing your areas? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Actually, also, there are some new GeForce drivers that came out recently, and they're 461.40. That actually appears to give me a little bit of more of a frame rate boost in Star Citizen, maybe? Though that could be the 3.12.1 F patch, so please tell me if you have a great time with those GeForce drivers, if you've installed them, or if they're causing issues. That would help. Every month we have a ship giveaway for January 2021. We're giving away 5 different ships to 5 different randomly chosen winners. We're giving away a 100i, a 125a, a 135c, as well as a couple of birdie boys, the Talon and the Shrike variant. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning is comment on any of my videos made during January. That's it, although I would appreciate if you liked and subscribed. I also shill for NordVPN. They protect your datas and your information from people that are trying to data intercept it with a Herald or Mercury Stariner. You see how I built that into Star Citizen based lore. As in, animate a little radar dish or a Mercury Stariner stealing someone's data, and then NordVPN somehow blocking that. But if you are looking for a VPN, NordVPN is a very affordable VPN that can get you better access to the internet, help keep you secure and protected, and help you maintain your privacy. Links down below for a discount on Nord. Also, if you wish to further support the channel, there's Patreon, there's a join button below my videos. The extra money that we get from that helps support the channel massively. Thank you so much to those VIPs that go the extra mile to do that. I also like people quite a lot that share, like, and subscribe and comment on my videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.